Hey folks, Cooliking here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Industry Giant 2. We are still on our very first map. We are looking to continue to expand our industry. So far, we're making a decent amount of money. If we go ahead and take a look at our mission goals, we can see here our turnover is actually sitting at 6 million a year right now, and we need 10 million, and we've got quite a bit of time to reach that. So I think at the end of the last episode, I was talking about expanding perhaps into the wine industry. There's also quite a bit of metals over here. Copper, steel, and I think these are rare metals, which means we can actually create a stonking good metal industry over here. I can't remember, can you build track through these mountains? That's not what I want track. The answer is no, although there is gaps through there. Okay, good. Because we might want to make a whole big metal industry over here and then ship it over, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started on that wine industry. I've got $2 million in the bank right now, which ain't bad at all. So we've got our vineyard over here, and if I recall correctly, we had a pretty good spot for it. Right over here. 40, 44, 43. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead on the 43, which ain't bad, because that'll give us, there we go, a 44 there. Just hoping to stack them a little bit more aggressively. Go with the 36, and you know what? I'm going to set up one more. 35 there. That's not too shabby. And then a storage depot can, if I build it over here, no, it can't get all the farms. So I guess I'll build it. Actually, here's not bad. As far over as possible while still reaching that last vineyard. Something like this. I think this would be good. And I'm going to go ahead and lock this down to only accept grapes. Alright, because when a harvest comes, it's going to be pretty stupendous. Grapes seed in May, harvest in October. Okay, so it's going to be a while before we actually see our first harvest. But we should get quite a bit of stuff. Now, assuming they stack 16 deep. Oh yeah, we got lots of storage. Okay, good. Next up, and that's actually most of our money. So you know what? We are actually going to have to let the game run for a little while and get some cash back. Good, good, good. All right. Decent harvest. I'm happy about that. So yes, we'll have to let a few more deliveries happen. There we go. Get a huge amount of money at the end of every month. That's the thing to remember, is your sales don't happen continuously. It's just at the end of the month. Little baby aircrafts over there. Triplanes, or that's probably a biplane. No, it is a triplane. I was right about it. 3 wings. There we go, delivering more goods in Greeley. And yeah, at the end of every month, we complete a sale. So, again, this won't plant until May, and we won't harvest again until October. Now, we can go and get started in the glass industry now. Surface mining. Okay, so this will grab everything. So, again, the rate of mining is unaffected by these numbers. This is just, like, how much you can get before you run out of goods. So, maybe a couple of that for now. And I think what I'll do is end up with a big storage here. Let me pause here. And then over this way. And I think that's going to be good. I'm going to say no to everything. There we go. Yes to all mining products, although I'm going to make sure you don't fill more than, say, 4 slots with the glass. And then we can go ahead and get these started. Well, actually, is there much point in it? No, it's fine. We'll fill up to our max in all of these things, and then we'll go to the next step. So that is producing glass, right? Producing quartz sand. So then, what I need is to unpause again. We need Glassworks Factory, which makes bottles. Okay. So we'll do that down here once we've got the cash for it. I guess we can... Wait, there we go. There's a big shipment. Let me go ahead and hit plus a couple times to speed up the gameplay. Just to let the money accumulate a wee bit more. Anyway, we're spending some money here, sort of ahead of when we need to, but it's not the end of the world. I guess I'll tuck this in as much as possible. So, you will produce glass. So you use 6 units a month, and use 1 piece of quartz sand. And these guys produce... Each one of them produces 12.5? Wow. Oh, and you need a storage spot. So we're going to go ahead and let you store up to 4 slots like that. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off completely. And then we're going to go and set up a second glass factory as soon as we've got some more money. And that way, we'll have an equal intake of quartz sand and usage of it for glass production. It'll be 12 units of bottles per month at the end of it. Now, this will be producing throughout the year, but what we want is we do want a big stockpile of glass bottles so that we can quickly convert everything into wine relatively quickly. Hopefully it's okay. Now, at the end of March here, I should get enough money to go ahead and sell this. December, I think, is still our biggest sale month. There's some extra stuff we sell in December. Some of the toys sell better at Christmas time. Okay, so we've got both of these going on. Good. Okay, and again, we just wait. Still no hurry, but we will want to create wine in the end. Now, is that under food industry? That's fruit juice. Oh, right here. Brewery. Beer, whiskey, and wine. Wow. There's a lot of different goods we can produce here. Actually, if we end up shipping grain to this area, or shipping the bottles elsewhere, it's an interesting question, actually. What I think I'm going to do is set up my my distilleries for wine on this side. And what we can do is set up distilleries for beer and whiskey on this side over here, and one of our trains can bring the grain from somewhere else to here, dump it off here, because we'll have all the glass bottles at this end, and I think that's going to be okay. Alright, so, brewery. And yeah, I guess we can stick it way back here, which is fine. And you're going to be ready for wine. So, whiskey needs wheat and the glass. Beer needs hops and the glass, right? And then wine needs the grapes and the glass. Okay. And you will produce 5 units per month. And right now you don't have the materials, which is fine. Hold on. I done goofed. Shite. He's got to be in range of the wine spot. Okay, so this will later on become, say, a whiskey factory later on, once we get some grain over here, because it can't reach these grapes. And we can't just move a factory as far as I know. So, oops, but that's okay. Alright, plenty of this. You know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to say for the glass, just keep like one box, one storage unit worth of glass, as opposed to bottles. Because you don't need to store that much in there. And it's okay. If you're not producing anything right now because there's no capacity, that is totally fine. Okay, let's set up another brewery. So this one is going to be in range of my grapes. So we'll put that there, and we will say wine. I mean, you still won't be able to produce because there's not any grapes yet, but come October there will be. And then I think I'm going to want to produce one more of these. And right, oh, and the booze here. I guess you can keep up to 4 units of each kind. Actually, let's say 6 of each time. Might get a little bit of overlap of something at some point, but it's not going to be the end of the world, and the train deliveries are going to pick up a lot, and really what this is going to be capped on is what produce, or what, I don't know, food crop we have kicking around in storage. Okay. Oh yeah, and here, over here, you are going to be allowed to have a couple of slots, actually, let's say 4 slots of wheat and hop. Actually, I guess this is not a problem. I can just say all. There we go. So there's, you know, some overlap potentially, but I think we're ultimately going to be just fine. All right, and actually the harvest is coming really soon. I do want another distillery here. This is going to be another wine one. There we go, and as soon as October hits and these guys, all their crops start to get piled in here, we should be producing wine pretty quickly. And then we're just going to wait until we've got enough money to build another train station over here. And then we're going to expand it with hops and wheat. And actually, one of the other things is these, I can switch the production of these, like, because the crops won't be synchronized. They don't all come in October. I can just have them all producing, say, wine, except this one because it's not in reach of that, but all produce wine, and then when we run out of grapes, I can switch them over to whiskey and to beer and to all these things. Okay, they've got their resources kicking around. This is going to have plenty of storage room to accumulate all of our grapes, which is going to be okay. And wine is starting to pull in here. Good stuff! So yeah, we're just going to wait for maybe a couple more months of sales. Well, I suppose I can start building it. It's fine. I don't see any reason why a double train station would not be sufficient here. Yeah, and I think I like that. And the train track is going to go from here. And I guess through here is fine. There's Auburn. We can build a train station there later on. Build that, and then just connect it up, say, over there. Good. Now, I think wine gets sold at the grocery. Oh, new train type. Oh! Clone broken vehicle. Something wasn't getting maintenance. That's okay. We'll figure that stuff out later on. You sell wine. And beer and whiskey. Good! Clearly, this is not a Canadian simulator. Or at least not in Ontario. Because you cannot get beer and wine and all those things at a grocery store in Ontario. Okay, I'm going to build... Oops. Yeah, build track from here to there. Okay, we're going to say, yeah, you've already got room for that, so that's okay. So all I have to do at this point is get a train from Milligan Central. Oh! New piece, gambling pieces. Wooden boards, very little demand. It might go up in time, because this is sort of a base demand. See, compare that, handbags. Just leather. Textile industry, sell in a fabric shop. That is a huge amounts of sale. We do produce some leather, but we don't have the other industry there. So we got a Prima 4.4, can hold 7 loads. Sounds pretty good. We're going to say okay to you. And it would be nice if I could just tell you, like, any kind of booze. But I cannot. So right now we've only got wine. We'll probably reprogram you afterwards. But yeah, grab that and bring it to Clifton Central. And go. Alright, full load of wine. Heading out. Now, do I want to build a second train, or do I want to have this one alternate between Clifton Central and Red Oak South? I don't know. Now, I'm assuming this is enabled for storage for booze. It is not, actually. Just hold some paper products. Here. You can hold tons of booze. Even at the cost of storage products, because it'll get sold pretty quickly over time. That's okay. I'm going to build a second train. So this one here is, again, just going to start with wine. And then it's going to go over there. Alright, go. Train 1 and 2. Still lots of grape kicking around. That's good. Bottles are currently full up, but that's fine. We've got a big supply of them. I could probably cut down on how much bottles are being stored, actually. Yeah, let's do that. There's no reason to store quite this much. Say 2 stacks. I mean, when the harvest comes in, I do want them to produce quickly, but that's still going to be more than enough. Now, is there any chance that we've got some nice possibility for wheat over here? We do. Look at this. Wheat and hops. Both of them can be produced en masse. I'm going to leave just a little room for a train station. I think I'll go 2 and 2. Wheat. Oh, and it's planting now. Let's pause so I don't lose the month. Yeah, April is about to end. And hops, when do you go? Oh, you also plant in April. Oh, this is perfect. Do I want to put in a little bit more? Now, I need to make sure this all reaches a storage, of course. And here that reaches, and it should reach a train station that's on the other side as well. Do I have enough money for one more farm? I do. Go with more hops. Unpause. There we go. Everything got planted. Nice that we got that all in there in April. Now, when do you harvest? October? Are you telling me you all? No, and December for the hops. Okay. So October is going to be kind of nuts. But that's okay. I will want another wheat farm, but there's no point in planting it quite yet. Because it's not gonna plant yet. Ooh! Okay, it doesn't reach there. It does reach there. Oh, and I can't put it... Oh, I can do that. The extra platforms. Okay, a 2-platform train is fine. And I guess I'll put it over here. And just build a little connection. That's totally okay. Right? Treat it like a bit of a siding. That's actually ideal for the flow of my trains. And connect up over there. Because they won't interfere with each other quite as much. And then once we've got some hops, I'll get these guys to just deliver it over there. And that's going to be fine. Alright. Blue should be making me a hell of a profit. Let's check our turnover right now. Ooh, turnover's dropped right now, maybe because we haven't processed a year. Let me take a look at our wine production. Profit, turnover. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, things are happening. Now, turnover, I think, is just raw sales. I don't think it actually is a profit and loss thing. You still have wine. And we're coming up on... Oh, yeah, we need some more distilleries. Because we are actually still going to have grapes from the last harvest in our stockpile. Wine, go. Wine, go. Which I suspect will run us out of bottles. Which means we need to turn this back on. And then we need another glassworks. Which I can tuck in, I can put in a little further over here. There's no reason not to. Just as far away as possible while it's still reaching that. We're going to enable you. These guys are going to have storage problems because right now we're not actually burning through them that fast. Making a lot more wine a lot faster. I'm betting we can probably get another train. I'm willing to bet we don't have a stockpile of wine over there. Actually, there is. We might be producing way too much wine. There's a little bit stored over here. But one of the other nice things is we're not that far. Dorchester's pretty big. Auburn's not huge, but I don't see why we wouldn't go and set up a little grocery store in Auburn. Right here, we don't even bulldoze a building. We get most of the city. Actually, we can get a little bit more if we do this, which is fine. Then we'll set up... I suppose there's no reason not to put in the biggest storage. Well, we can always upgrade it later. Let me put in the train track first, actually. Can we tuck it in nicely right there? Maybe a little further back just because of that weird interchange. Yeah, I think something like this is fine. And then the storage. Like that, that's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn off. I don't... Can I dump this? Yes, I can. Okay. Don't allow that. You do allow 4 and 4 like that. And we've got the grocery store, so what I'm going to do is... Well, I'm going to wait, actually. Hold on. I still have money in the bank? Yes, I do. Because I want a business set up in Dorchester. So grocery... Is there any way to, like, get more? So we're not... Yeah, we're actually not selling that much booze in these places. 222. Looks like this is one of the somewhat more optimal ones. Which isn't great, but it's a thing. And we'll put a storage there. A train station. I don't know. I think something like this, because we actually might cut through some stuff later on. But this one here... We'll do that. Okay. And here it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll make sure it doesn't overflow with any particular type of booze. So then I can set up a new train from here. Your job... Let's pause a sec, because I've got all these crops to deal with as well. Your job will be to pick up... let's go wine, wine, whiskey, whiskey, beer, beer, like this. Drop it off in Auburn North. Then come back to Milligan Central and do the same thing. 3 units of wine, 2 whiskey, 2 beer, and then you're going to drop it off in Dorchester East, and there we have it. Meanwhile, we need another train here. We need a train who has to bring... Wait. Hops, hops, hops to Milligan Central. Now, you've got room. Let me actually turn this down. Because otherwise it might fill up with booze and then not have enough. Well, something will get carted away at some point. Let's actually not fill it with our food crops, because then we might not be able to produce the booze. And then do something like that. Okay. So, now, you're going to pick up... Yeah, you've got hops and everything. You'll bring it over here, which is good. Ooh, wooden garden furniture. How exciting. And oh. And then the clone button goes away. Really? That's annoying. I don't even know what you were supposed to transport anymore. But, I guess we need a repair facility there. And, since I got some money, I will go and build one over here too, because there's quite a bit of trains that just buzz around there. Okay. More repair facilities. Pause. Train number 3. Because that's the one that broke, but there's no way... Well, it might have deleted itself at this point. Crap, I don't know what you were carrying. That's very frustrating, because I love the clone button, but I actually wanted to take a look at who it was so I could deal with it appropriately. I guess we'll just wait to see what ends up accumulating somewhere, and then deal with it. Poop. Poop, 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 poop. Alright, but the booze industry is going. And that's not nothing. And then, when we get a little bit more cash, we can build some sort of metalworks industry over here. I mean, extracting and processing the metal is going to be easy. The question is, what do we produce? And then, do we already have a shop for it? If there's like a metal furniture thing, that might be a thing. There are toys, that might be another thing. So yeah, this is not going to sell. There's not a lot of demand for this stuff. I'll actually go and bring it down to like 2 per, because otherwise I think we'll end up with a giant accumulation of booze. Actually, I think 1 of each is going to be more than sufficient here. Because I think these will sell, I think they're like 1 a month. So, we really don't need a huge stockpile. And I don't want to overfill this, because we probably want to ship some other things here. For example, we could sell donuts and eggs. Actually, we've got a lot of eggs. And there's some baked goods in there too. So let's grab a new train. Food industry. Baker's wares. Grab 2 of those, and then a bunch of eggs. Deliver them here. And then you're going to come back here, same thing. You're going to grab up to 2 baked goods, and then a bunch of eggs, and deliver them over here. I mean, we already have a grocery store, so we may as well take advantage of all this. I'm going to make sure these can't overflow with baked goods or eggs. And same thing here. Now, what is nice, these towns will grow. There we go. These towns will grow now that we're shipping goods to them, which means there will be more and more demand for things, which is nice. How's my turnover? Now, this is current year, so I got to check this at like the end of the year. It doesn't show me last year. So I'll have to try to remember to check in December. Okay, we are capped on wine. And we still have tons of grapes. Can I just, like, sell grapes? Can I do anything else with it? Grocery store, do you want grapes? Yes, you do, actually. And a new vehicle. 280 oil. Can hold up to 8 stuffs. That's nice, actually. It's nice and convenient to have a round number. Okay, we will go and deliver some grapes to some people. You're going to pick up 8 grapes from here. And you're going to wait until you're done. Then you're going to go Auburn North and drop off 1 unit of grape. Then you're going to go to Dorchester East, drop off 1 unit of grape. Then you're going to go to Clifton Central, drop off 3. And then you're going to go to Red Oak South and drop off the rest. First modern steam loco in service. Nice. We could upgrade more stuff to it as well. Wait, do you not actually accept any baked goods or anything? Oh, you can store them there. I see. But let's make sure you can actually hold on to a few grapes. You there. This thing is pretty full up, actually. Is there an overflow of anything? Yeah, the paper products. No more than 1 slot for any given paper product. Otherwise, it's kind of ridiculous. Actually. kind of do the same thing for everything. There we go. Because otherwise you won't have room for what's left. And you here need to accept up to 1 stack of grape. Alright. There we go. So we'll start selling a few grapes directly to people. We might even be able to make... No, I think we need actual fruit for fruit juice. Alright, so there's no storage room for glass. We're not using it. I think... what we need is another whiskey brewery and a first beer brewery. Oh, I was going to start switching production. Well, that's okay. Let's do something like this. So now we got 2 whiskey, 2 beer, 3 wine, and they'll all sort of be producing at the same time, and that's okay. They'll start using up some of their stuff. We have a lot of wine in storage. Right, because we allow up to 6 of any given thing. Tell you what, for the booze, let's actually bring it down to no more than 4 of any given thing. Because there's 16 slots here, so 12 of them will be used for the actual booze, and the remaining 4 will always be reserved for the other goods. And in practice, they won't all be used for that kind of booze, because they're going to get picked up fairly regularly. We could ship some stuff to Milligan, which might be worthwhile. It's actually so close, it's almost worth using a truck, but I think we'd still use a train. Actually, we might just be able to... we can't really teleport the goods over. I mean, I suppose I could put a shop that's just within range of the storage, like here, but yeah, it's too far away, so there's no demand for anything. Here, there's a wee bit. I mean, every month sell 3 more units of alcohol, like split across the 3. That would be good. And it's too bad, I don't think you can transfer directly from one storage to the other. Not as far as I know. That would be nice. I mean, I suppose we could store the whiskey and beer directly. We'll do that. I will turn everything off. Except you can have 1 stack of each liquor. That's fine. 1 stack of that. 1 stack of anything that fits that category. Okay. And yeah, we'll have to set up just a mini little train route. I don't know, actually. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make a car thing. It's a little derpy. Can I have it deliver goods to itself? No. So, I'm going to take a road, extend it down here. A little truck depot there. And there. Just going to bulldoze some houses, but that's okay. I'm going to take a vehicle here. So your job is to grab a unit of beer, drop it off there. How's the station? Oh. Hey, wallpaper. No. Road. There we go. Alright, vehicle. You're going to take a unit of wine, drop it off there. Then you're going to come back here, pick up a unit of whiskey, drop it off there. Then you're going to come back here, pick up a unit of beer, drop it off there. And go. And I'm going to duplicate you. We're not going to need a ton, just because there's not that much demand. But what the hell? And you literally deliver a single one. Well, as long as there's 1 delivery per month on average, which I think we're actually going to be in pretty good shape here. Then, you know, that's more turnover. Okay, it's February. I missed the thing again. I have no idea what my annual turnover is. Can I check balance sheet? Turnover. There we go. Last year, 8.1, or actually almost 8.2 million. Okay, that's good. And our turnover is just going to continue to increase as we ship more things. Now, since we did add some more towns to our network, I think we're going to want to revisit the idea of producing various foodstuffs. Speaking of, I can just set up like a bakery here, like directly, can I? Food industry. Baker's wares just needs wheat. I think we're going to do that over here, actually. Let me set up a couple of these. Just make... Oh, also bread. Okay, one of you is going to make bread. The other one is going to make a baker's ware. We're going to make sure that... don't use more than, say... 7 for each, because there's 16 slots in here. So 7 for wheat, 7 for hops. And then for the food industry, I guess if we just use 2 of each. 7, 7, 14. Oh, no. Just 1 of each. Well, again, there's going to be some overlap potential, but this is going to be fine. We'll do that, and then we'll regularly ship some stuff out of here. So Auburn Central. Yeah, we'll use this one here with the 4 slots. You're going to go and pick up... not wheat. Bread, 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 bread. Not donuts. Baker's goods. You're going to do that. And you'll drop them off in Auburn North. Then you're going to come back to Auburn Central. Good. And it looks like there's still capacity over here in Clifton for that. And then you're going to come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to drop that off over here. Still have to figure out what we have to replace that one missing train for. Doesn't look like there's an excess of anything sort of adding up anywhere. Maybe it's one of these, actually. There's a fair amount of paper goods and things here that we probably want to start shipping out. Plus, we can put a bookstore or paper goods store in some of these other towns and ship some more goods. So I'm going to say okay to this one. And technically, the first route isn't going to ship anything because these guys haven't produced a good yet, but they're about to get started. And that should be fine. Yeah, there's no place for the bread right now just because of the way that the slots are being used up. We're going to have to pick up some more goods of something else. But again, this capacity, this stuff will go down pretty rapidly. Okay, well, we're going to put a cut in here. We got our booze industry up and running, which is nice. Next thing, I think what we're going to do is open some paper shops in Auburn and Milligan, and then ship some stuff there, which means we still don't have a proper train station in Milligan, which might have been nice. I probably will actually extend a train station to do that, which means we could have shipped the booze that way. Although, these trucks, I think, are going to do a fine job. You can see there's a good amount of everything over here that's slowly going to be sold over time. I like it. Thanks for watching another episode of Industry Giant, folks. See you next time.